We're about the 5-minute mark in the action. Misty James, Southern States Wrestling Ladies Champion, in control of Lexi Green at this point in time in the contest. Wrestling fans, we're glad you're tuned in, turned on, and checking out Southern States Wrestling, no matter how you may be joining us all across this great world of ours. My name is Joe Wheeler. I'll be bringing you the action this week, as always, here with Southern States Wrestling. Lexi Green now, Irish whip on Misty James right there. Misty ducked under that clothesline, comes across, and caught her with a cross-body block. Referee's in and got a 2 count on that one. Action and excitement here, starting it off with the ladies this week. Southern States Wrestling as Misty James winding up on that arm of Lexi Green. This footage and match is being brought to us courtesy of our friends up in Kentucky with Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. All the good folks up there, want to send a hello to all of them. And we appreciate you checking out Southern States and working with us. As Lexi Green now, she had Misty in trouble there. Had her choked over in the corner and going right back in with a chokehold. She's got a 5 count to break it, where the referee can't disqualify her. As Lexi Green, double tough competitor, no doubt about that, as she has wrestled throughout Kentucky and the Midwest. And she's got Misty James in trouble here. Got a 2 count on her right there. Of course, Lexi's number one point of offense thus far is, again, going right back to that choke as she's choking her now across that second rope. And climbing up, diving onto her back just to add that extra force and momentum. Lexi Green now continuing her assault here on Misty James, and she's definitely got Misty in trouble. Not employing a single wrestling hold. There was a hard forearm blow right across the chest and throat area there as she had Misty draped across those ropes. As Misty James has had enough of it now, she's fighting back, showing why she is country strong, and she's your Southern States Wrestling Ladies Champion. That title is on the line in this matchup here, folks. As Misty James now with a big hip toss out of the corner on Lexi Green. As Misty James now fired up here, she's had enough of that being choked across the ropes. She responds with a beautiful standing suplex there and got a 2 count out of that one. As Misty, of course, employing some scientific wrestling holds, and Lexi Green gone right back to her rule-breaking ways here as she's standing on Misty's hair there while she's pulling up on her arms. So she's going to a lot of trouble to pull her hair, but it certainly is very painful. She managed to get a quick pinfall out of that one, but Misty's right back up. Lexi's got her in a chin lock here, driving that knee into the back area as well, applying that extra pressure on the head, neck, and shoulder area of Misty James. I tell you what, great matchup here being brought to you this week. Southern States Wrestling, courtesy of our friends at Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. Misty now firing in a couple elbows, but just that quick again. Lexi Green back to the hair, into a pinfall. Only got a 1 count on that one. Misty's right back up. She's not going to lay down long. But Lexi Green certainly has employed multiple dirty tactics here. And again, back to that chokehold, and she's got her draped across that second rope here. Lexi Green has got that chokehold pretty well down pat. That's been her number one point of offense thus far in the contest. Irish whip here to the near side. Caught her there with a clothesline and hit her hard. As Misty now continues to be in trouble here. Lexi Green now with a crossover here, going for a submission hold as referee's in, checking with Misty, but I guarantee you she is not going to give it up. Lexi Green, though, nice to see her employing a wrestling hold in the contest here. Although the referee does need to keep a close eye, make sure she's not choking Misty. It's hard to tell with all that blonde hair. Misty now reversing things. She's gotten out of there, coming up with a side headlock. Now, how you like that? Misty was able to turn the tables on her right there. Comes up with a side headlock, and they're back into the corner here. Lexi Green now firing in some shots. Got Misty in the corner, and she snapmares her, looks like by the hair, out of the corner. Lexi Green comes across on, caught her right there with a drop kick. Ooh, she's got her in trouble here. Referee's in, and we got a 2 count on that one. I tell you what, Misty is in trouble, no doubt about it. This girl, Lexi Green, though I have not seen her much myself, I've heard that she is a double tough competitor, and she's certainly showing us right here. Caught Misty with a big splash in the corner here. And she's bringing her out now. Irish whip across here to the near side. And Lexi Green missed that one. Misty's got her rolled up. This could do it here. And we got a 3 count right there. There you see it. Misty James just that fast. As we're going to take a commercial timeout. And we're back with more from Misty James right after this timeout.
And work with you on policies that fit any budget with final expense, whole life, and term insurance. Lance provides insurance for top name carriers. It's never too late. Protect your family now. Contact Lance Dykes Life Insurance.
This is Acts of Demolition. You're watching Southern States Wrestling. Mountain Empire, this is your wrestling.
Attention Mountain Empire. Do you have a business, website, products, or an event to promote? Let us help you reach the masses with TV and internet ads. For just a few dollars a week, we offer commercial spots on Southern States Wrestling, reaching over 150,000 homes in the Mountain Empire and the world with YouTube. Don't wait. Jump on this opportunity now to reach a large audience for an affordable price. Email sswking@aol.com for all the info. Advertising packages you cannot afford to pass up. If you are part of a nonprofit organization, listen to this. You now have the opportunity to bring the wrestling TV stars to your town and make money for your group. Over the past 2 decades, Southern States Wrestling has helped raise money for church groups, schools, ball teams, volunteer fire departments, children's hospitals, Ronald McDonald House, scout troops, and many more. Our staff is waiting to hear from you and get started on what could be your biggest fundraiser to date. Southern States Wrestling and your group are the perfect tag team to raise the funds you need.
You were expecting to see Misty James coming out of this break because Joe Wheeler had set aside some time for her to talk to you about this coming Saturday night in Gray, Tennessee at the Community Center. It's going to be the Masquerade Mall. It's going to be a big-time trunk or treat at 7 o'clock for all these mean little kids running around Washington County. Any kid 14 and under with a paid adult, free admission to get into the matches there that night. Going to have a Misty James costume party. Every kid that wears a costume that night is going to be shown right here on the Power Half Hour. Going to show the winners on TV. They're going to get their little 15 minutes of fame. Now, I took Misty's program time this week because I want to talk to Joe Wheeler, who tries to keep me off here from talking. The last week you showed a little bit, just a little bit, of some stuff that went on in East Kentucky with Earl Fields. Now, I was painted to look like a bad guy. I was made out to be some kind of monster that went over there to Chavez, Kentucky to scare a bunch of little children. Could not be further from the truth. I went over there to teach them the truth. I went over there to educate them and tell them what a coward Daniel Boone was. That's why he kept running out of East Tennessee and went over to East Kentucky, because he knew he wasn't tough enough to live right here in East Tennessee. I went over there to show them that Earl Fields is not the big man that all these little children in Perry County look up to. I went over there to show them that anybody can run their mouth, and you're going to see here just in a few minutes that not everybody can back up what they say. And sometimes it's better to lose a battle to make sure that you win the war, and you're going to see that here just in a few minutes with me and Earl Fields in the ring from Chavez following that big pepper rally over there. Now I want to talk about this coming Saturday night, Gray, Tennessee. Scott Sterling and myself getting in the ring as a tag team, looking across the ring at you, Bulldog Mac, and looking across the ring at you, Iron Cross, because we're going for the Southern States Wrestling Tag Team titles. And I know it's going to be a big family night out. It's going to be a fun time for the kids, getting all the candy at Trunk or Treat and all this stuff, and I could care less about any of it. Because I'm coming for one reason, and that's for me and Scott Sterling to get our hands raised, to get those tag team titles where they rightfully belong. Because back in July, when we got cheated out of them right over there in Gray, everybody's seen that on the TV program here a couple of times, they pinned the man that was not legal. This coming Saturday night, Gray, Tennessee, Misty James costume party. Crunch the Equalizer is going to be there. All the TV stars are going to be there. TV cameras are going to be there. It's going to be a big time. Going to put some of these little ugly rugrats on television from around Washington County. But at the end of the night, you better believe it. You better bank on it. You better put your last dollar on it. You better put your Halloween candy on it, kids. You better believe Bo James, Scott Sterling, leave the Community Center in Gray, Tennessee, the Southern States Tag Team Champions. Iron Cross, I've had enough of you for 20 plus years. Bulldog Mac, you're just his come-along partner now. But you're going to realize, if you're going to hang around with him, you're going to take an East Tennessee dog whooping just like everybody else that's ever been his partner. We're getting ready for the holidays. We're getting ready for the anniversary spectacular after the new year comes along, and I'm going to walk into all those events with Scott Sterling by my side, and me and him, the Southern States Tag Team Champions. You can bank on it this Saturday night. Iron Cross, you're double tough. Bulldog Mac, you better be tough, because you're dumb as they come. When we get in that ring, I'm going to prove to you you're not as tough as you think you are.
When somebody important speaks, you keep your mouth shut and listen to what they got to say.
Knoxville, Tennessee, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, one of the most storied college football programs in the country. 239 miles up Interstate 81 lies ACC powerhouse Virginia Tech, led by the winningest active coach in the country, and a border battle that dates back to 1896. Smack dab in the middle of the two is the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Fans from both states have lobbied for years to see both schools clash on the neutral site of the world's fastest half mile. It would be the biggest college football game ever. That wait is finally over.
Hi everyone, it's your friend Misty James. I'm here to tell you it's never too early to protect your family with life insurance and have peace of mind for you and your loved ones. Funerals double in price every 10 years. Do you have the money or benefits needed? Your loved ones could be left with medical bills and other expenses. Protect them now. Call my friend Lance Dykes, independent agent in Tennessee and Virginia, who has common sense approach to life insurance with no pressure sales. He is someone who will listen to you and work for you. Affordable premiums that will never increase. No medical exam. No decrease in coverage. and the policy cannot be canceled as long as you pay your premium. Top insurance carriers. Call Lance today and protect your family.
Hey folks, this is Tracy Smothers, the wild-eyed Southern boy. Mountain Empire, this is your wrestling.
Singing country music. That's what I've always dreamt of doing as a young boy. Growing up in South Carolina, it was out of the ordinary to dream such a dream. I moved to Nashville to get a record deal, and I didn't really know what I was doing. My faith was really tested. I wrote this song called Long Black Train. When I laid the pen down, I said, nobody's ever going to want to hear this.
Calvary Baptist Church, 1238 Pine Street, Kingsport, Tennessee. Regular schedule of services: Sunday, 9:15 a.m. for Bible study fellowship class for all ages. 10:30 a.m. worship. 6 p.m. blast for children, wake for youth. Sunday night life for adults. Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. children and youth activities. 3D Bible study for adults.
All right, wrestling fans, back in action excitement here, Southern States Wrestling, as we've got Bo James taking on Earl Fields in this matchup. Should be a great contest between these two. And Bo starting off right there, poking Earl Fields right in the eye, it looked like from here. Yeah, Earl Fields adamant about it, as Bo James employing dirty tactics already in this contest here. Footage coming to you courtesy of Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. And of course, we've seen last week Bo James and the trouble he was causing in Kentucky, and also to Earl Fields, and that's what's led to this matchup here this week, as Bo James has been on quite a tear here as late. And Earl Fields is he's mad, no doubt about it. That's why we've got this matchup going this week here for you, as they're back in the corner again. Referee right there interjected himself physically in the contest, was usually a good idea at any point in time. And yeah, you can see Earl Fields, he is hot. He wants to get his hands on Bo James right here, right now. As Bo James is, he's an experienced veteran, and he already poked Earl Fields right in the eye a minute ago. And Earl Fields, he's mad about this situation, no question about it. Bo James, he's double tough. We all know that. We've all seen that, well documented here in Southern States Wrestling. But Earl Fields he's ticked off, no question about that. He's got his man now back into the corner here. Fields once again goes for that big shot. Referee interjected himself. Bo James caught him. And the referee is certainly putting himself in a bad situation here, as he's become physically involved in the action now. He's blocked Earl Fields from delivering a shot, and that allows Bo James to take a shot. I tell you what, referee, best thing he could do is just stand in the corner perhaps and just let these guys settle the score. As, you're going to see some fists being thrown. You're going to see some eyes getting poked and some kicks and everything else here in this matchup. The referee let these guys go. I tell you what, fans, we're glad you're tuned in, turned on, and checking out Southern States Wrestling, no matter how or where you may be joining us all across this great world of ours. As Fields right there, he caught him with that one, no doubt about that. Bo James crumbled into that corner as Earl Fields packed 2 punches into that one, I would imagine. Bo James now taking a walk outside the ring as I tell you what, fans, you want to be sure to join us and see us live anytime you get the opportunity to do so. Check out Southern States Wrestling on Facebook and on Twitter for some of our upcoming dates as we come live to a town near you as the promoters of Southern States Wrestling working hard to bring some great matches throughout the entire Mountain Empire. As Bo James here having a word with the referee and having a discussion with him about something. As referee is checking him here for a foreign object. Yeah, Bo James just reached into his tights right there. He's got something in that left hand of his. Or excuse me, in the right hand. And now he's putting his hands up, like, oh no, completely innocent. And of course, that right hand is the one. There it goes. He's got something in that right hand. Ain't no telling what Bo James is up to, what he may have. A roll of quarters, brass knucks, ain't no telling. Could be a handful of powder, could be a fireball. We've seen Bo James employ about every dirty tactic imaginable over his years. And there it went, that right hand, dropped Earl Fields like a bad habit right there. And now going to catch him again with it. And there you see Bo James now putting that foreign object back into his tights around his t-shirt. The referee's like, has no clue as to what happened. Bo James now continuing to lay in those shots on Earl Fields as he's got him in trouble. Of course, Earl Fields, we've seen him before here in Southern States Wrestling, tremendous competitor. And Bo James has got him in trouble here, rocking him over in that corner. I don't know what he was hitting him with earlier, but it certainly has had quite an effect on Earl Fields as he has not been able to really get things going ever since then. Bo James with a shot right to the kidneys there. I tell you what, Bo James knows how to hurt you fast. Throws those right hands in there. Tattoos you. As the old saying goes, if the right one don't get you, the left one damn sure will, especially the way Bo James throws them. As Earl Fields got a face full of turnbuckle right there. Bo James is using his experience and his ability, and he has got the younger man, Earl Fields, in trouble at this point in time. No question about it. Bo James knows how to employ every tactic possible. And here you see a prime example, taking him across that top rope and just driving his weight down with that elbow. And now choking him across that second rope. Bo James knows how to use every inch of that ring to his advantage. Always present. His ring presence is amazing. Knows exactly where he is and what's close by. As you can see now, he's backing into the ropes. And he comes out with a big rake in the eyes right there. Both hands right in the eyeballs of Earl Fields. Oh, and Bo caught him with a hard shot right there. As the King of Kingsport, Bo James now just standing right on his throat. This could crush his windpipe or larynx. Bo James tipping the scales right about 300 pounds, maybe a few under. But that was a tremendous amount of weight to put across your throat. And now into that reverse chinlock position as he's got Earl Fields grounded and down on the canvas at this point in time in the contest. Once again, fans, thank you to Bluegrass Championship Wrestling, our good friends up in Kentucky, for providing this footage for us this week here on Southern States Wrestling Television. As Earl Fields now trying to make his way back up to a vertical base. And caught Bo James with an elbow there and a second. And Bo James with a big forearm across the back right there. Bo James now a big double shot right there. Big double thrust on Earl Fields. And James is just having his way here. Face full of turnbuckle again goes Earl Fields. As Bo James now, oh, wait a minute. Earl Fields now responding with several shots now. He's had enough. Caught him now, 5th, 6th time in the corner now. Got him straddled in that corner. He's going to lay in all those punches he meant to earlier, wanted to earlier. Bo James, though, threw him off right there. Fields comes across with a hard clothesline right there. I mean, he got every bit of that one. Referee's in and got a 2 count on that one. Earl Fields now has Bo James at a disadvantage in the corner, laying in a series of boots on him. Brings him back up. Catches, got him in the side headlock position now. As the referee just got knocked out right there. Bo James probably meant every bit of that. Put Earl Fields right into the referee. Now catches him with a shot right to the back of the head. Bo James now putting something on that top turnbuckle pad. What in the world is he up to? He's got something up there on that top. Oh, it's the bullwhip. Oh, and then things got reversed right there. Earl Fields put Bo James into the bullwhip. Referee's in, and there you got it. Earl Fields captures a victory right there over Bo James. His plan backfired. He was going to use that bullwhip. Fans, we're almost out of time for this week of Southern States Wrestling. Be sure to join us next week. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and on Twitter for more information about our upcoming events in your area. Bo James has got the bullwhip. Earl Fields, oh man, he's going to pay. As Bo James now is going to put some lashes on him. We're almost out of time this week, fans. We appreciate you tuning in, turning on, and checking out Southern States Wrestling as Bo James is putting an East Tennessee dog whooping, as they say, on Earl Fields. Man, I tell you what, be sure to join us next week. We're going to bring you some more action and excitement footage from our friends at Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. Be sure to join us next week for more Southern States Wrestling. You don't want to miss it.